Welcome to another episode of Vox AI News. Today, John and I are diving deep into ABAP, the programming language used in SAP systems. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing great, Alice. Excited to explore ABAP with you. It's such a crucial language for anyone working with SAP systems.
Absolutely. Let's start with the basics. Can you give us a brief introduction to ABAP, its history, and its primary purpose?
Sure. ABAP, which stands for Advanced Business Application Programming, was developed by SAP in the early 1980s. It was initially designed for the SAP ARS-2 system and has evolved significantly since then, becoming a powerful object-oriented programming language used primarily for developing and customizing SAP applications.
That's interesting. So what are some of the key characteristics and features of ABAP that make it suitable for enterprise applications?
ABAP is enterprise-oriented, meaning it has robust data management and business logic capabilities. It also offers strong integration with SAP databases, high development efficiency through reusable components, and ease of maintenance, which is vital for enterprise applications.
And what about the application fields for ABAP? Where is it commonly used in the SAP ecosystem?
ABAP is widely used in various modules like financial accounting, logistics management, human resource management, and customer relationship management. It supports everything from customizing business processes to developing reports and managing data exchanges.
Now let's talk about getting started with ABAP. What are the steps involved in setting up an ABAP development environment?
Setting up an ABAP environment involves installing SAP GUI, ABAP development tools, and the SAP NetWeaver application server. Each of these components plays a critical role in enabling developers to write and test ABAP code.
Can you walk us through the installation process for SAP GUI?
Certainly. First, you'll need to download the SAP GUI installer from the SAP website. Then, follow the prompts to install it, ensuring that you configure the SAP server connection correctly post-installation.
What about the ABAP development tools? How do you install those?
For ABAP development tools, you can either use the ABAP Workbench or the Eclipse-based ABAP development tools. In Eclipse, you would select Help and then Install New Software to add the necessary components.
And finally, how do you install the SAP NetWeaver application server?
You download the installer, run it, and follow the prompts. It's essential to have administrator rights during this installation to avoid any permission issues.
Great. Now that we have our environment set up, what can you tell us about the basic grammar of the ABAP language?
ABAP syntax includes data types, variable declarations, operators, and flow control statements. Understanding these elements is crucial for writing effective ABAP programs.
Can you provide examples of common data types used in ABAP?
Sure, common data types include integer, floating point, string, and character. There are also complex types like structure and internal table.
How do you declare variables in ABAP?
You declare variables using the data keyword. For example, data LV integer type I. This declares an integer variable named LV integer.
What operators does ABAP support?
ABAP supports arithmetic operators like plus minus, comparison operators like equal and logical operators like and, or, not.
Can you explain flow control statements in ABAP?
Flow control statements include if, else, do, while, and case. These help manage the execution flow of the program based on conditions.
How does ABAP handle database programming?
ABAP uses the database interface to connect to databases, create tables, read and update data, and perform transactions. It provides a seamless way to interact with the underlying database.
What is the role of the ABAP data dictionary?
The data dictionary manages data definitions like data elements, structures, tables, and views. It ensures data integrity and consistency across the application.
Can you explain the concept of object-oriented programming in ABAP?
Object-oriented programming in ABAP allows developers to encapsulate data and behavior within classes. This promotes reusability and better organization of code.
What are the key components of a class in ABAP?
A class consists of data members, which hold the state, and method members, which define the behavior. Classes can also inherit properties from other classes.
How does ABAP support web application development?
ABAP WebDynPro is a framework that enables developers to create web applications using a model view controller architecture, allowing for a clear separation of concerns.
What about ABAP interface programming?
ABAP can be used to create and consume web services, including SOAP and RESTful services, allowing for integration with external systems.
How do debugging skills fit into ABAP development?
Debugging is crucial for identifying and fixing issues in ABAP programs. The ABAP debugger provides tools like breakpoints, watchpoints, and single-step execution to aid in this process.
What performance optimization techniques are available in ABAP?
Techniques include SQL statement optimization, code refactoring, and utilizing caching mechanisms to enhance performance.
Finally, what are some of the famous modules developed using ABAP?
Notable modules include FI for financial accounting, CO for cost accounting, SD for sales and distribution, and MM for material management.
Thank you for that insightful discussion, John. To wrap up, can you summarize the importance of mastering ABAP for professionals in the SAP ecosystem?
Mastering ABAP is essential for anyone looking to work with SAP systems, as it allows for customization and development of applications that can significantly enhance business processes.
Thanks for joining us today. Stay curious and stay informed. We'll catch you on the next episode of Vox AI News.